Oh, hi there. I have a reservation. What do you mean, which room? For the Grand Suite, of course. Yes, I'm back from my skiing trip. And that's on period, bitch!
MR.STAR show activated.
It don't matter where you come from, it don't matter where you go. Just sit your ass down, it's time for the MR.STAR show. For the MR.STAR show. For the MR.STAR. Hey guys, my name is Hovistar and welcome back to my YouTube channel! Yay! How do you like my vintage tracksuit? Because I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I think it's cute, but I think I also look like the Michelin Man. So, give or take, I'm happy because he cute. Like Zach Campbell said, what's wrong with little Tum Tum? What's wrong with little Bell Bell? I hope you guys liked last week's video. If you want, you can go and watch it right now. So you guys, I've been thinking about like more juicy stories that I should tell you guys here on this channel. I was going through all my stories in my head and then I was just like, oh my god, how did I not tell this on my channel yet? Today, I'm gonna tell you the story about how I got drugged by accident in Canada. Oh, it's a funny one, believe me. But let's get into today's video, shall we? I think we shall. So one time somebody booked this show in Canada and I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited, I've never been to Canada. I really want to go and explore and see a new country that I haven't seen before. And I was like hella excited about it, you know what I mean? So I packed my bags and went on a plane and I was like so excited about it because I've never been to Canada. It wasn't in the winter, it was like an alright time. I don't remember what month it was, but it wasn't like, oh my god, brr, it's cold in here, there must be some clovers in the atmosphere. You know what I mean? I said, brr, it's cold in here. There must be some clovers in the atmosphere. I said, oh, hey, ice, ice, ice. I love this movie. Anyway, it wasn't like really cold. I remember that it wasn't like Canada cold, oh my god, I'm freezing my toes off, I'm gonna die. Anyway, it wasn't cold. So I got off the plane and everything was like perfect and I met a lot of people. Everybody said hi to me and I got really excited about the show, right? Usually I like to go out with a promoter of the show to a dinner to say hi, to like actually meet in person because it's all being handled with email until the point that we meet. And this show wasn't different in any kind of way. So I got off the plane, went to my hotel, then I went to bed, and then after I had like a little bit of rest in the hotel, tomorrow would be like the big day that I meet the promoter, say hi, and maybe go to dinner or lunch or something, you know, just like to get to know each other a little bit more. I think it's really important to like network and to know the people that you're working with. So the next day came. Oh my god, I was so excited. And my people told me that we had seats reserved in a very fancy sushi restaurant. By the way, this was all happening in Toronto. I don't remember the name of the restaurant. It doesn't matter really. So I got ready and as the time went by, I felt like I was getting a little bit sick. I started feeling warm. I thought I had a fever and I actually started like coughing, and you know that's the worst thing that can happen when you have a show and you freaking need to sing live, because I sing live, I don't do playback. So I was like stressing out so much about it. But I had this dinner to go to with a promoter. So I called my manager and I was like, oh, let's run real quick to the pharmacy and like get something for the throat because I'm not feeling very well. But when you have like a big show on your back, it doesn't work like that. People get very stressed very quickly because they sold out the tickets, they booked the venue, they put a lot of money on this show, and what? The singer is just not gonna show up? I don't think that's gonna happen. So what they did was they took me to like a doctor who actually checked out what was going on, and he told me straight up, you're developing strep throat, you better go to the pharmacy and buy what I give you right now, so then tomorrow it won't like take full control over your throat and you won't be able to sing. You don't understand, guys, these situations happen all the time, but like you don't have any other choice. This show is booked, the venue is booked, people bought tickets, bitch, you're doing this show. There's no way that you're like not doing the show, you know what I mean? So you just have to make do and help the show go on. You know what I mean? So the doctor told me, take this prescription, go to the pharmacy, he'll give you what you need, and we all hoped that tomorrow when it's showtime, I'll be fine. So I go to the pharmacy, and I don't know how it is in other countries, but here in Israel, you just get a freaking prescription, you go to the pharmacy, and it's already in a box, and it's made for you. and they just give it to you. Usually also right on the box how many times you need to like take it a day, for how many days you need to take it. But Canada was like a very, very weird thing. I don't know if this is how it works in Canada. I'm not Canadian. I have no knowledge of how it really works there. But I went to the pharmacy, I gave him the prescription, and he was like, okay. He went to the back and there was like a whole glass wall, meaning I can see what's going on behind the wall, right? So I see the guy go behind the glass wall and he starts pouring liquids into this bottle. You know, 3 drips of this, 3 drips of that, another spoonful of this, another spoonful of that, an ostrich feather, and the eye of a salamander. I'm kidding. I have no idea what he put inside, but he had to actually make the medicine in front of me. And I was like,
this is weird. This has never happened to me before.
This is not how things work in my country, but I guess this is how they do it here. And the doctor was like so stressed out about it and wanted me to perform. Maybe he gave me like some kind of special thing, right? So the guy gave me the bottle and he was like, okay, you need to take this 3 times a day for the next 2 weeks. And I was like, cool. I'll do that. So all this happened on the way to the promoter of the show. Mind you, this is not like, oh, I'm going to meet my friend. This is like a business setting. You have to be like really nice and a little bit fake to like not cause any trouble. You want them to book you again, you want to be nice, you want to leave like a good impression with people, at least I do. And usually when I go to these type of things, I'm like really professional, you know what I mean? So on the way there, I was like, okay, he told me I need to take it 3 times a day. It's already like the end of the day, so I'm just gonna start doing it right now. It doesn't matter if I do it in the morning or in the evening or whatever, because I need to take it 3 times a day, right? So it was like an hour-and-a-half drive, and on the way there, I was like,
okay, I'm gonna take however much he told me to take.
On the way to the meal, you know what I'm saying, to the sushi place. And I was like pouring it into the little thing and drinking it, you know how it says how much you have inside it. And I drank it and I was like, yeah, it's gonna work, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be strong for this show, my voice is gonna be popping, everybody's gonna like the show. So then I get to the sushi place and I say hi to everybody, you know, I smile. I was like, hey girl, yeah, nice to meet ya. Yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, hey, how are you? But let me tell you something, it wasn't only the promoter. Sometimes it's only the promoter of the show and maybe his like assistant or something, but sometimes it's a whole bunch of fucking people waiting for you there. Okay, so I went to the restaurant and the minute I walked in, I saw that they closed off this whole room only for us, like for our like people. So I walk in, there's like 20 people there. They're all like very special and important in their own way, I bet. And basically that's not a place that you want to like embarrass yourself, because like, you know, you can make connections there, you can get more shows and gigs out of that. You can't act silly, you know what I mean? So I sit down, be nice and fake to everyone, very nice to everyone, laughing at everyone's jokes, even though they were not funny, but you know, it's work. So they bring the first batch of like sushi out and I'm like,
this is so good. Sushi, oh my god. I love sushi so much, I can eat this whole thing.
By then it's been like 2.5 hours since the first time that I've taken the medicine. So I was like, I'm supposed to take it 3 times a day. So am I supposed to take it now? So I was like, yeah, I think now is a good time to take it. It's been 2.5 hours. It's fine, sweetie. It's fine, because most medicine that I know said that you need to take it like between like 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever. So I was like, it's not gonna do much, it's gonna be okay, and I really need to be strong for the show tomorrow. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna pop another one of these small shot glasses full of medicine and it's gonna be fine. So I take the medicine, keep on eating, keep on laughing, and then bitch! Listen, I'm not joking, this really happened, okay? So just to remind you, there's like 20 people around me. Everybody's like really important. And then I'm talking and like, yeah, I'm laughing. I'm like, yeah. And then it's just like the weirdest feeling ever. I've never felt like this before. Mind you, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. The most that I'll have is like a little champagne when it's like a party. You know what I mean? Because first of all, it's not good for your voice. Second of all, I like to be present and not like be consumed by substance. I don't like that. I'm not judging if you do, but it just, for me, I don't like it. You know what I mean? So I've never felt like this out of touch before. I was just sitting there and I was like, wait. The girl was talking to me and 1 minute I understood everything she was saying. 1 second I was like, all fine, yeah, I understand what you're talking about, yeah, And then within a second, I just didn't understand anything she was saying. I was like, oh my God, your words are so blurry. I can't understand anything you're saying, girl. What the are you saying? And then the worst thing started to happen. It was one of these like booth things, so I couldn't get out really quickly if I wanted to. I had two people sitting on both of my sides. It all got really blurry, and I was just like, okay, so I think I need to
get up and get out of this situation because I need to go like wash my face in the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Like I'll go like collect, center myself, and then like I'll be fine.
But I tried to get out, and I was like, I don't know what happened. I felt, and this is gonna sound so weird, you guys, I felt like I don't know what's my own size, which is like the weirdest feeling ever. Again, I've never felt this way before. I've never taken any drugs, so I have no idea, but I couldn't like assume what was gonna happen. You know how you put a glass down and you know when it's gonna hit the table, or you pick it up and you know how much it's gonna weigh, and sometimes you think that the cup is full, so you expect it to be full and heavy, and it's not, and then you pick it up and your hand goes like this because you thought it was heavier and it was actually light. That's how I was feeling, but about everything. So I was just like,
if I move my hand, am I gonna smack the guy next to me?
I mean, what the hell is happening? Like, what is gonna happen if I move? And I felt like really trapped, and I wanted to get out of this situation of me being in this booth with like 20 people because I felt like I was suffocating. I wanted to get out. I wanted to like go take care of myself. So then one of my friends that came with me was there also in that sushi restaurant, and he looked at me from the other side of the table and he knew something was wrong. He knew because he knows me, you know what I mean? So he was like,
Hovi, are you okay?
and I was like,
No, I'm not. I really need to go. I really need to like get up and leave.
and again, I didn't even know how loud my voice was because I was just like so weirded out. I felt like I was Alice in Wonderland. I felt like if I was gonna get up, this whole table was gonna like flip over. I don't know what's my size. I can't assume what's gonna happen once I touch something. I felt like Hercules. If I touch like a glass, it's gonna break. It was so weird. So then my friend goes,
Hovi, can you come to the bathroom with me, please?
you tried to save my ass with no embarrassment, girl. And then I was like,
Yeah, I'll go to the bathroom with you.
so then I try to get up, and I'm like all dizzy and blurry, and I was like, excuse me. Of course, nothing happened because I got into the table, so why would I be, that doesn't even make any sense. Now that I think about it, it doesn't even make any sense. If I got into the table, why wouldn't I be able to get out? That's so weird. How can I be too big? Never mind. I got out of the table and my friend was like, I think we need to go wash your face and like bring you back to earth. He had no idea what was going on, but like he knew that something was wrong with me. So he took me to wash my face, and then the minute I left the table, I just started sobbing. I was like,
Oh my god, I have no idea what's my size, and if I touch something, it's gonna break. I'm telling you, something is wrong.
at that point, people started like crowding up at the exit of the bathroom, and he was trying to protect me, bless his soul. And of course, everybody at the table, they knew something was wrong with me because like, why is that bitch yelling over there in the bathroom? The whole restaurant freaking heard it. So he really quickly took my hand. He was like, come on, we need to go outside to like breathe fresh air. And then I went outside and I continued crying and telling him that's like people on the street are out to get us and we need to run away. I was delusional, bitch. When I tell you I was delusional, I was like, I've never had this happen to me before. I never do want this to happen to me. I don't get it. You know what? I don't get people who take drugs. If this is what happens when you take drugs, bitch, I don't want to take any part of it. That was like a prescription thing. It wasn't like I was going on the street like being, hey, do you have something for me to like smoke or something like to pop? You know what I mean? No, it was like a prescription, so I was like, I'll be fine. So my friend finally got it through his head. Nothing good is gonna come out of this, and I better go back to the hotel, right? He hailed a cab for us, took me to the hotel, and he put me in bed, and until I fell asleep, this whole thing didn't like end. I was like in the hotel, I was like daydreaming, just like so. And then I woke up the next day, which was the day of the show, and I was like,
What is happening? What happened last night?
and he slept in my room because I wouldn't leave me in my room, let's just say that. And I was like, I was so confused. And he told me, what did you take last night? Like what was going on last night? I don't even know what's going on. I was like, I didn't take anything. You know, I don't smoke, you know, I don't drink, you know, I don't do any drugs. What the hell? And he was like, well, I don't know what happened, but like, it was bad. So I thought about it, and then I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have taken that medicine so close together. I mean, I don't know what caused it. I don't know what medicine it was. I've never had this kind of medicine. Maybe because it was like a really, really urgent situation and I needed to actually do the show. He gave me something that's really, really strong, but he didn't tell me about it. And I was just shocked. And let me tell you, it wasn't freaking fun. I'm telling you, it wasn't fun at all. Believe me when I say it was horrible. But strangely enough, this medicine thing really, really helped me and my throat cleared out. I was able to sing whatever the note I wanted to sing, and I did the show and it was all fine. And actually the promoter and everyone that was in charge of the show really didn't understand what was going on the day before, but luckily they didn't see the craziness to understand that I was like on drugs basically. So luckily nobody knew what was going on, and actually it went like really, really good. But the moral of the story, guys, is don't drink or take anything that you don't know what's inside of it, even if it's from a doctor's prescription, because take my story as a lesson. Please take my story as a lesson. So yeah, guys, we got to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it so much. If you like this story, please give this video a big thumbs up. It helps the channel a lot. And also, if you like this channel, my stories, anything that's going on here, please take your ass to the subscribe button
And subscribe.
because I know you watch the videos and you don't subscribe. I see you. It's very easy. Just subscribe. Thank you. And also, if you want to see more of this Vista, you can follow me on all my social medias that are linked down below. And if you want to check out my music, you can go to my music channel that's linked right here and up there, and stream my music everywhere that music is streamable in 2020. Thank you guys. I love you so much for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.